How's it going, everyone? This is the Jose Show. I hope everyone's having a fantastic Tuesday. I know I am having a great Tuesday because it is pretty sunny outside, it is pretty warm outside, and also we have a lot of hot tea to spill on today's episode. So, let's get started, shall we? Alright, let's start off with Justin Bieber. It is Justin Bieber's birthday today. He turns 28 years old. And man, has that guy achieved a lot throughout all these years that he's been in the music business. He has broken streaming records. He is a multi Grammy winning artist. He is married. He is happy. And also, he has sold out all of his tours. So he is a huge success. He is a phenomenon. He is an icon. Happy birthday to Justin Bieber. He is 28 years old. And also, I really have to give it up to Justin Bieber for not giving up on his tour and for, being there for his fans all the time. Um, Especially because recently he had COVID and he had COVID for like a few days. And he was able to recover, thank God, and he was able to get back onto his tour right after he recovered, just to be there for his fans. So that right there is literally showing a true artist right there, and that is right there is literally being faithful right there. So and very loyal right there. So I really am happy that Justin is that kind of person. And also Justin Bieber, he is very lucky to have such a great fan base too, because I can tell that his fan base is phenomenal. His fan base is also there for him as much as he is there for them. And, you know, um, I also feel like, you know, he will, I feel like he is just lucky. He's lucky, he's blessed to have a phenomenal fan base and to be having a phenomenal music career. And, and, and so yeah, so happy birthday to Justin Bieber. Happy 20th birthday to Justin Bieber. Alrighty then, so now from Justin Bieber to now Maxim Komkovsky. Well, as we all know, Maxim Komkovsky, Mark Komkovsky, was in the Ukraine recently, and he made it out of Ukraine in a train. Um, Especially because of what's going on right now with Russia and Ukraine right now. It's a huge disaster, the war that's going on between those two countries. And Krimkowski shared that he was hopefully en route to Warsaw, the capital of Poland, in an Instagram story on just yesterday, noting he was in an overcrowded train cabin with 4 other adults and 7 children, and that the train to Lviv was not an option. The Dance Pro wrote that the situation at the train station was insane, and at first it felt manageable, but it got a lot worse when it came to actually board the train. Long story, but all he was able to say was that he's a big man, and that with nothing but a backpack, and that it was traumatizing. So he made the long story short right there. And Krimkowski added that his cabin, carrying 12 people total, himself included, is intended for a maximum of three. So usually, so this is what he got to say. He got to say that there's usually up to 30 people in this particular wagon. We were told we have to fit 135. Walkaways are packed, people everywhere, it's sweaty and claustrophobic. So that's what he got to say. So anywho, that's pretty chaotic what Maxim was going through over at the Ukraine. But good thing he was able to get out of the Ukraine, especially with the situation that is going on between Ukraine and Russia. And good thing he was able to make it back safely to Poland. So anywho, This is pretty insane though that Krimkovsky was over at the Ukraine at this time. Pretty insane, but good thing that he made it safe, and good thing that he didn't make it, that he wasn't hurt. And then in another video that he showed, that Krimkovsky got to share on his Instagram, um, he reflected on the privilege of his particular situation, noting that he has a passport and a way out when other Ukrainians could not say the same. So yeah, he is pretty privileged. He's pretty lucky that he had a passport with him to get out of that country. He's pretty lucky, you know. And I feel so bad for the other people out there that don't have a passport. So, and this is what he got to say about this topic about him having a passport and not others. He got to say this: I'm very scared and don't know what words to use, but I do know that at the very least I have a chance. He said, I have a passport and a way out. A lot of people do not, and it's effing nonsense. I love Ukraine. It's an incredible pleasure to spend 6 months now on the ground. I fell back in love. I know now who these people are, what this country is, and what it stands for. It is totally not what is being portrayed to the Russian people in order to justify this invasion. End quote. Alrighty then. Now, this is what I have to say about this. I think that to each their own, to their own opinion on the Ukraine. He has the right to his own opinion on what he thinks about the Ukraine. And I personally think that, Ukraine is, I agree with him. The Ukraine is a beautiful, it's a great country, um, it's, I think that it is that kind of country that a lot of people would fall in love. And the reason why I'm saying this is because I've seen it on online, on TV, how beautiful the Ukraine is and how much it has to offer. So I agree, um, with the fact that he fell in love with the country and this and that. I agree with him big time. So anywho, this is a pretty insane topic. It really is, especially because, like I said, we all know what Ukraine and Russia are going through right now, but let's just wait and see what this is gonna end up between Russia and Ukraine. Let's just see. I mean, as of now, things are just chaotic right now. And also, my prayers go out to all the people that are over the Ukraine. Not just for Maxim Krimkovsky, who thank God made it back safe from over there, but also to the rest of the people, because, well, of course, it's because, I mean, everyone I can imagine is scared for their lives right now. They are just hiding right now. They are like hoping for peace. They are hoping for safety. So yeah, my prayers go out to everyone over there. Alrighty then, so from Maxim Komkovsky to now other news. So now let's talk about more topics, that's for sure. So let's get into let's talk about Megan Fox and Machine Gun Kelly. Alrighty then. As we all know, the both of them have I think are a thing now. The both of them are a thing now. And well, they just added a new member to their family. Well, they now have a cat. The cat's name is called Whiskey. Well, just not so long ago, the couple shared pics of their furry friend and on Instagram, which is pretty cool. And In the caption on Instagram, it says, "Welcome Whiskey to the gang," which is basically introducing to us their new cat. Whiskey posed next to the stars who wore matching outfit featuring Whiskey signature spots. Machine Gun Kelly wore purple leopard print pajamas while Megan Fox wore a similar outfit but in pink, showing solidarity for their felon friend. The emo girl singer shared various candidates of whiskey from big yawns on the cat tree and sitting in dad's lap to falling asleep in mom and dad's bed. Fans flooded the comments gushing over Whiskey's antics. One fan wrote, "OMG, adorable," while another asked for more kitty content for us in the future. Whiskey will be joining the family alongside Megan's children with ex-husband Brian Austin Green, Bodai Ransom Green 8, um, Journey River Green 5, and Noah Shannon Green 9, and MGK's daughter with ex Emma Cannon, Casey Colson Baker 12. Alrighty then, that's pretty interesting to know that they now have a cat. And I think that's actually pretty cool that they have a pet in the family because I mean that is the first thing that kids want is a pet in the family because pets are fun to have, especially for kids. The way they run around, the way they walk around, the way they get along, the way they play, the way you have to raise them is actually kind of fun too. So there's just many factors out there, to having a pet. A lot of fun factors. And in my personal opinion, especially having a very fluffy, cute one, I mean, it's even more of a good thing for kids because kids even not only like how they are, but they also like how they look too. So that's another thing as to why I think it's cool that they got a fluffy, cute cat. So, and I think the name is actually pretty cute too, by the way. So anywho, that's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. I really do love the fact that they have a cat, and I don't have pets, so I really cannot understand what it's like to have a pet. But I do know what it's like. Like I do know how it could be to have a pet because I have friends that have pets. So that's why I'm saying that I can already imagine how fun it is for, you know, the couple's kids to have a really good time with this new cat that they have. Um, but of course, you have to raise these cats well, of course, because I mean, if you don't get to raise the cat well, then the cat's gonna go off and attack the kids, and it's gonna go off and attack Machine Gun Kelly and Megan Fox, and that's a huge problem right there. So a good raising of a cat is very important. I'm just saying. So, alrighty then. So congrats to their new addition to the family. Alrighty then. So now from Megan Fox and Machine Gun Kelly to, to now more interesting news. Alrighty then. So now let's talk about Kanye West and Kim Kardashian. Oh Jesus, for the past month it has been a disaster between the both of them. Well, anywho, Kim Kardashian's divorce case will be front and center this Wednesday as she asks a judge to formally restore her single status, and the wild card is Kanye West, whose lawyers have raised a weird issue about their prenup. TMZ broke the story. Kanye's lawyers filed legal docs claiming prenups in California after 2002 after presumed invalid. It's weird because Kanye himself has never suggested their prenup, which kept almost all their property separate during their marriage, is anything other than valid. Well, as for prenups being presumed invalid, that's not exactly true. The law says a prenup is presumed invalid if one of the parties who signed it challenges its validity. Kanye has not done that, so it's unclear why the lawyers are suggesting it. What's even more interesting about this topic is even if Kanye challenged the prenup, he'd have to show either it was not entered voluntarily or it was unconscionable. Kanye had a lawyer represent him when the prenup was signed, so it's hard to imagine it wasn't voluntary. As for it being unconscionable, Kanye made a fortune during the marriage and all that money is his, so this doesn't make sense either. As for the argument though, Kanye's lawyers are making that his social media posts blasting Pete Davidson and Kim are hearsay. Kanye himself has never denied posting. In fact, he said the opposite, that his account was not hacked. Besides, it's kind of irrelevant whether he posted or not. Kim simply wants the divorce to become official and then work out custody and any property issues that remain. So, anywho, it has also been reported that Kanye has not been working with his lawyers other than to make his position clear he doesn't want a divorce, but the lawyers haven't really produced any evidence that would carry weight in tomorrow's hearing. And we're told it's highly, well, TMZ was told that it's highly unlikely he'll show up for the hearing. Jesus, this is pretty insane. Well, this is what I think about this whole entire situation. I think that this is pretty ridiculous, and I think that this is just a huge waste of time. And the reason why this is a waste of time is because Kanye himself is making things more difficult than they already are. If Kanye was that kind of man that would, cooperate with this divorce and be like, you know what, Kim, the divorce is on, you go your way, I go my way, and it is done. Everything would be perfectly fine. But unfortunately, with him denying the divorce and declining the divorce and him wanting to attack Pete Davidson constantly on social media, it's just making things more difficult because he's basically not only making Pete and Kim's lives miserable, but also he is basically trying to call attention, and him calling attention is just wrong in so many levels. It's just wrong, it's just weird, it's just ridiculous. And another thing that I have to say about this whole entire situation is, you know what, if I were Kim Kardashian, I would just do some just tell the court, you know what, I'm done with this man. This man needs mental help. This man needs to stop. This is just a constant thing that has been going on every single day with this man. I am done. Please, Your Honor, please do something to give me the rights to divorce and not let Kanye object. Just please, that's what I think it should be, and that's how I think Kim should handle it, in my opinion. But we're just gonna have to wait and see tomorrow in the hearing of what's gonna go on between Kim and Kanye. And also, we're just gonna have to wait and see what is going to happen with this whole entire all these rights apparently that are being said about the prenups and so and so. So we're just gonna have to wait and see, but this is just getting too far and ridiculous in my personal opinion. So anywho, that's all I have to say about this whole entire situation. Alrighty then, so from Kim Kardashian and Kanye West to now more news. Alright, so now let's talk about Euphoria. Well, Euphoria star Sydney Sweeney is reportedly rocking a diamond engagement ring. Alrighty then, so it was seen recently, just yesterday, that in LA, that the star was rocking a very gorgeous engagement ring in her hand. And not only is she debuting a new ring, but also some red hair. So, two really big life changes, basically, for Sydney. Um, and it's the time Sydney's been seen with the diamond ring. She's continuously remained mum on her relationship with her likely new fiance, Jonathan Davino. Davino's family owns 14th Round and Final Bell, a device technology and packaging company, and which is pretty huge. Wow. The couple reportedly started dating back in 2018, though Sydney's never confirmed their relationship, but they've been linked and were even photographed together last summer smooching on a yacht. Sydney, who stars as Casey on HBO's Euphoria and Olivia on The White Lotus, is 24 years old. Jonathan is reportedly 37. And this would be her first marriage. So congrats to Sydney on her engagement to Jonathan. Alrighty then, so this is my opinion on this. I think that this is pretty cool that Sydney is engaged and that she is taking a step forward with her life and with her personal life especially. But I think that the fact that she is getting married to an older man that is 13 years older than her, I think is just kind of interesting in my opinion because, I mean, age difference is just something that makes a huge impact in relationships, negatively and positively. And I really hope she does not end up having a negative impact in her relationship by getting married to someone that is 13 years older than her. I really hope not because I would hear many cases where there are couples that have a huge age gaps that unfortunately they don't work out because of their huge age gaps because of the fact that one person is into other things and the other person is into other things and because of the age difference and then also because you know when it comes to age difference there's also a lot of not just differences in interest but there's also differences in hobbies in 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 many other things. Let's just say that, and many other things. And that's what really makes it pretty, difficult in a lot of relationships out there. And I really hope that does not end up being the case with Sydney and Jonathan. Um, I really hope that in this case, since they have a huge difference between their ages, is that they both get to, still um, relate to one another, have fun with one another, love one another, um, regardless of the age difference. And I also hope that there's, a lot of happiness, most importantly, within the relationship. And also, since the guy owns a huge company, I mean, I really hope that that really gets them to a lot of, not just happiness, but also a lot of fortune, of course. A lot more fortune that they already have, you know. So, so that's another thing right there. So, anywho, this is interesting. In my personal opinion, I mean, I'm not really into older people. I am that kind of person that likes to marry, or not, well, I'm not married, but that I would like to marry someone around my age or date someone around my age. I'm that kind of person, but anyways, this is not about me, this is about them. So that's another thing. And yeah, but anywho, congrats to the couple, congrats to Sydney, congrats to Jonathan on their engagement. Alrighty then, that is it for today's show, you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode of the Jose Show. And I'll be back with more. Please make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel and also follow me on Instagram and on Twitter. Till next time, peace.